If you want to live happily and peacefully, let go of these things when you reach 65. Life is a long journey, and at some point, we realize that true happiness doesn't lie in what we accumulate, but in what we are willing to let go of. At the age of 65, when the hustle and bustle of youth have faded into the past, when competition is no longer a top priority, it's the perfect time to gently remove unnecessary burdens and step into a new chapter of life with a freer, more serene soul. Letting go doesn't mean giving up on life. It means cleansing the mind, renewing the heart, and embracing refined simplicity. It's an art of living that only those who have weathered enough of life's ups and downs can truly appreciate. Let go of unrealistic expectations of others. When we were young, we expected a perfect family, understanding friends, fair colleagues, and life to unfold just as we wished. But the more we expect, the greater the disappointment. At 65, it's time to accept that everyone has their own path, their own mind, and their own way of expressing love. True freedom of the soul comes when we no longer demand others to live according to our expectations. Let go of regrets about the past, mistakes made, opportunities missed, words left unspoken. They are now just shadows in our memory. The past, whether beautiful or painful, cannot be changed. Clinging to it only weighs down the soul. When we accept that the past is merely a part of our journey, not our whole identity, we can smile at the present and embrace the future with an open heart. Let go of anger and resentment. The wounds, misunderstandings, and betrayals may have once cut deeply. But as the years pass, is it really worth holding on to anger and resentment that deplete our health and spirit? Forgiveness isn't about whether others deserve it. It's about realizing that we deserve peace. Every time we release a grudge, we are unshackling a chain that has bound us. Let go of unnecessary worries. Worries about children, health, and the future never seem to end. Yet so much in life lies beyond our control. Learning to trust the natural course of life, the maturity of others, and the flow of time will ease the mind. Worrying only robs us of fully enjoying each precious moment. Let go of rigid standards. Society sets countless expectations, how we should live, behave, and even think. But at this stage of life, we no longer need to live to please others. How liberating it is to live according to our own rhythm and values, free from comparisons, competition, or outdated shoulds and musts. Let go of guilt. Everyone has made wrong decisions or taken incomplete actions. But dwelling on guilt does nothing to improve what has already passed. The only thing we can do is learn from our mistakes and commit to living better each day we still have. Letting go of guilt gives us the chance to love ourselves more. Let go of the need to control everything. When we were younger, we often wanted things to happen exactly as we envisioned. But growing older teaches us that life has its own rhythm, and everyone has the right to choose their own path. Control only brings exhaustion. Letting go of the need to control allows us to trust, relax, and enjoy life more lightly. Let go of toxic relationships. Some relationships bring only pain, sadness, or judgment. At 65, it's no longer time to cling to relationships that no longer serve us. Choosing to nurture only those connections that offer genuine love and support is a precious gift we can give ourselves for a peaceful soul. Let go of the fear of aging. Aging isn't the end. It's a new chapter filled with new opportunities to explore ourselves and enjoy life in our own way. When we no longer fear aging, illness, or death, we can live each day fully with gratitude and serenity. Let go of harsh self-criticism. Throughout our lives, we've lived under the pressure to succeed, to be right, to be perfect. But now, it's time to allow ourselves to relax and acknowledge that we've done enough, and that we deserve love and acceptance, even with our small imperfections. Let go of material attachments. Big houses, expensive possessions, prestigious titles. At the end of all, they're just external things. What remains in the heart are love, warm memories, and peace. By reducing the need for material possessions, we create space for the true values that nourish our soul. Let go of postponing happiness. How many times have we told ourselves, I'll be happy when I have enough money, when my children are settled, when my health improves? But happiness doesn't wait for any conditions. It is present in this very moment, if only we allow ourselves to feel it. Letting go of comparing yourself to others. There were times when our gaze turned outward, admiring the lives of others and wondering why we couldn't have what they had. But every person is on their own journey, with unique lessons to learn. Comparison only diminishes our appreciation for our own lives. At 65, the most precious thing is not achieving more than others, but deeply understanding and loving what we already have. Letting go of obsession with things beyond your control. The vast world operates with countless events beyond our prediction. In youth, every upheaval and change could leave us anxious. But now, serenity comes from learning to accept everything as a natural part of life. By letting go of the desire for perfection, our minds become more flexible and supple, able to adapt and find joy within every change. Letting go of the fear of being forgotten. Everyone desires to be remembered, loved, and valued, but the fear of being forgotten or ignored by society only weighs heavily on the soul. In truth, each person leaves an imprint on this world, through kind words, simple acts, and loving moments, all quietly lingering in the hearts of others, even if we are unaware. Letting go of the expectation that everyone will understand you. There are feelings and experiences so personal that others cannot fully comprehend them. Waiting for complete understanding only brings disappointment. When we let go of the need to be understood, our hearts open wider, learning to embrace our own emotions and gently accept others, even in their differences. Letting go of self-limiting beliefs. Old, ingrained beliefs often bind us. I can't do it anymore. I'm too old to start. I can't change. But 65 is not a closing door. It's a gateway to countless new opportunities. When we shed these self-imposed limits, we are often surprised to find that we can still learn, love, create, and enjoy life more deeply than ever before. Letting go of overattachment to old identities. For decades, we may have defined ourselves through work, social roles, or family positions. But entering a new phase means these titles gradually fade. This is not a loss, but a chance to rediscover a purer version of ourselves, a being without labels, without definitions, simply existing in all its natural beauty. Letting go of meaningless arguments. There was a time when winning an argument seemed crucial, but with enough life experience, we realized most disputes only serve to satisfy the ego, not to foster true understanding or connection. Now, choosing silence, offering a smile, or simply listening can be the greatest victory, a triumph over ourselves. Letting go of the pressure to always be busy. Society often glorifies busyness as a measure of one's worth. But by 65, we know that true value lies in being fully present in each moment. There's no need to fill every hour with endless to-do lists. Sometimes, quietly watching a sunset, enjoying a cup of tea, or rereading an old book are the most precious gifts we can give ourselves. Letting go of the obsession with pleasing everyone. Throughout life, we may have strived to be good children, good friends, exemplary co-workers, but no one can please everyone. When we let go of this burden, we learn to live more authentically, choosing relationships based on sincerity rather than obligation. Letting go of holding on to things no longer right for us. There are habits, interests, and ways of living that once defined us, but no longer bring joy or growth. Clinging to them merely out of habit can cause us to miss better things waiting ahead. By having the courage to let go, we open the door to new experiences and opportunities that suit who we are now. Letting go of rigid expectations of ourselves. Sometimes we set such high standards that even we can't meet them, leading only to disappointment and self-blame. Now, compassion for ourselves matters more than any achievement. It's okay to have imperfect days, to feel vulnerable. It's simply part of life. Letting go of the habit of rushing. For years, we raced against time, hurrying from one goal to another. But after traveling through much of life, we can now allow ourselves to slow down, savoring the subtleties and small things. A flower blooming in the garden, a bird singing at dawn, the gentle light of evening, all become infinitely more precious when we pause and truly feel them. Letting go of unrealistic expectations about the body. Over time, The body changes, weakens, and bears the marks of age. But this is not decay. It's a testament to a long journey filled with invaluable experiences. When we stop criticizing and comparing our bodies to their past versions, we can care for them with gratitude and tenderness, rather than disappointment and worry.